Welcome. My name is Shane Donahue, and I'm a Noyce Fellow and math teacher at Putnam High School. Today's content will be presented by myself and Connecticut Noyce Math Teacher Leader Fellow Sean McClory from Manchester High School. Fellows Courtney Sabansky from Turtelot Memorial High School and Donna Busa from East Hartford High School, as well as Cleo Alberts from the University of Connecticut and Megan Staples from the University of Connecticut, also supported the development of this Pathways webinar. Thank you for joining us for the fourth installment of From Foundations to Futures, a PD series on readiness, access, and alignment. Today we will be talking about math pathways. This webinar builds on ideas from other webinars of the series, including post-secondary readiness. Today's presentation will provide you with information about secondary math pathways and how they can better support secondary math outcomes. Did you know, in Connecticut, only 30% of bachelor's degrees awarded in any given year require calculus? Nationwide, that statistic is 34%. This raises a couple of questions. With 70% not needing calculus, are we meeting the diverse needs of our students? Are we providing all students with the mathematics they need to be successful for their future? In our current system, for a large number of students, there is a disconnect between their math coursework and their career goals. Students are often placed in courses that they're capable of, such as calculus, but are not directly aligned to their interests or goals. These issues are not just something we see in Connecticut, but are a concern nationwide. As a launch year's initiative state, this is a priority for Connecticut. One approach to these issues is developing math pathways that ensure students' math experience benefits their post-secondary goals. You may wonder, what is a mathematics pathway? Mathematics pathways are sequences of courses or other learning opportunities that foster students' mathematical development in alignment with their interests and post-secondary goals. For example, a student interested in psychology, manufacturing, or construction should have math course options to set them up for success in pursuing their careers. Pathways increase the relevance of and access to high-quality secondary mathematics content for all students and reflect a commitment to advancing access and achievement in mathematics. The power in mathematics pathways is that decisions about course selection are centered around student aspirations rather than perceived math ability. Schools offer a variety of rigorous math courses to align with a broad spectrum of post-secondary plans. Instead of being encouraged to take math courses that have traditionally been perceived as the most rigorous, students are guided by teachers and counselors to select the math pathway that best aligns with their future goals. Let's consider our students. In 2023, 32% of Connecticut high school graduates did not enroll in college. Did their high school math experience align with their post-secondary pursuits and set them up for success? Here is the common sequence of high school math courses in Connecticut. After Algebra 2, math placement is typically based on academic performance. Higher performing students move on to pre-calculus and calculus, while lower performing students are placed in other courses. Many of these other courses are less rigorous, not perceived as relevant by students, and may not prepare students for their post-secondary goals. This one-size-fits-all model is not working well for large portions of our students. For many students, we find some place for them to land, but it is not necessarily meaningful or based on their future interests. What can we do differently? Pathways will offer meaningful options for our students. To further explore math pathways and see how they expand opportunities, let's consider 3 students currently under the traditional system: Hannah, Tristan, and William. Hannah plans to attend college and is considering social work as her career. Because she wants to attend college, Hannah takes calculus, even though it is not required for her intended college major. Tristan enjoys building bikes and is undecided about his future. He takes consumer math because he was told it would be practical for his daily life. William loves and plans to major in music. William takes college algebra because, although he wants to attend college, he has struggled with math. Think about your school and the current mathematics options you offer. Which students does your system currently serve well? Why does it work for these students? Which students does your system not serve well? Why doesn't it work for these students? Using these students, we're going to explore how math pathways could be implemented to create new options more aligned with their future goals and promote their success. To do this, we share 3 variations on pathways that other states have proposed or implemented. As we consider a pathways approach in Connecticut, we prioritize these 3 guiding principles. High school math experience should benefit students' post-secondary goals. All pathways have their own merit and should align with valuable post-secondary plans. When student aspirations change, students should have the flexibility to explore other pathways. My peer, Sean McClory, will present the 3 variations on pathways and conclude our presentation.
Indiana's structure has 3 distinct pathways. Career fields that require similar math skills are grouped together. There is one pathway for arts and humanities, social and behavioral sciences, and nursing and public health, one for healthcare, STEM, business and economics, and one's for trade and industry. After their core math courses, students interested in those fields are encouraged to take the math course or courses in that pathway. Based on their future plans, students choose to take quantitative reasoning, calculus, or technical industry-specific math. Let's review Hannah and Tristan's situations. In Indiana's model, Hannah would be served well by choosing a quantitative reasoning pathway. Hannah's teachers and counselors would advise her to take quantitative reasoning rather than encouraging her to take calculus because calculus is not required for her intended major. A typical quantitative reasoning course includes data and statistics that support studying and doing social work. Tristan explores technical and industry-specific math because he recognizes college mathematics does not align with his aspirations. Let's look at some other states and we'll return to William in a moment. Note that the goal is not to have a math course for every field after high school. That is not possible, and most students are still exploring interests. But rather, the goal is to make a set of larger buckets or pathways so that every student can take mathematics better aligned to their general goals and future pursuits, setting them up for future studies or trades. Other states, such as Maryland, use a structure that has 4 distinct pathways. Take a moment to explore this graphic. Focus on what fields are grouped together and which math courses are recommended for each pathway. Idaho's structure has 5 distinct pathways. Take a moment to explore this graphic. Notice that this structure allows students to switch pathways if their aspirations change. Idaho has also made it possible in each pathway to earn college credit. Let's review William's situation. William takes Math and Modern Society, which focuses on developing effective math thinking skills and applications of mathematics to real-world problems. William is in good company, as in 2022, 48% of total associate's and bachelor's degrees nationwide were in liberal arts and sciences, general studies, and humanities. Many other states are exploring math pathways. With Connecticut joining the Launch Years initiative, math pathways are a focus area. We see a landscape with lots of potential. Right now, Connecticut schools are poised to implement mathematics pathways. 97% of Alliance districts offer both statistics and calculus courses, which would support at least 2 pathways. Schools that offer other rigorous fourth-year math courses, such as data science or discrete mathematics, may be ready to implement a system with more pathways. There is a difference between offering a variety of math courses and having articulated mathematics pathways. Pathways communicate coursework to career connections to all stakeholders: students, families, teachers, and counselors. Students are supported to choose and pursue coursework based on their aspirations rather than perceived rigor of courses. Where is your school or district now? What math options do you have for students not intending on a major requiring calculus? Can students switch between your options? Given your student population and interest, what kind of math pathways would your students find relevant for their futures? What courses are already designated AP dual enrollment or Connecticut state certificates? What are your district's or school's next steps towards implementing mathematics pathways? These ideas will get you started. As you dig into pathways work, we encourage you to pursue the guiding principles stated earlier to maximize the benefits to your students. To do so, here are some commitments and questions that can help guide the work. Thank you for participating in this webinar. We hope our presentation has jump-started your thinking about what mathematics pathways could look like in your district. The remaining slides include links to a PD playlist, a fast facts sheet, as well as FAQs and more resources for you to explore. Next in the PD series, you can expect to learn from the Common Content and Secondary Math Education group. For more information, please see our resources in the linked PD playlist, where you will see readings, videos, and audio to further your learning in math pathways. Our Fast Facts file will provide an overview of the content we discussed today that can easily be shared. The linked slides include frequently asked questions and resources that show how other states are implementing pathways to guide selection and support flexible pathways. Thank you for your time and participating in our Mathematics Pathways webinar.